Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We're going to be playing Shadowrun Dragonfall. It's the director's cut. Should be like super awesome. I am super stoked, and we're just going to start a new game right away. It says Seattle, Deadman Switch, Berlin, props, portrait story, new character. Those are the tags. The year is 2054. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin, the flux state. A grand experiment is in order. A grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the great dragon Lufir only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. Hello, space. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. If it only were that simple. We're gonna go... what is this? I think I did normal. Maybe I did easy. I don't remember. I did one of them. We're gonna go female. We're gonna be an elf. I really did like the shaman. Might do the shaman. Do you want to do spell casting? Now I think I'm gonna go again shaman. Let's pick the chica we're gonna play as. Dude, I look fierce there. I might be her. Oh, but she's fierce too. Super fierce. Not so much. This is who I was last time. Let's go with her, because she's so fierce. Right. Can't fix any of that. We're going to continue to stats. Okay. I have 7 karma available. I'm going to probably do ranged combat with a rifle. We're going to go down here to charisma. And we're going to go spirit summoning bear, because that was amazing last time. And then we're gonna go to dodge. And let's learn the shotgun too. I think the shotgun's gonna be good. So we're gonna probably do shotgun or rifle. And we're gonna focus on karma. Or charisma, not karma. I want our etiquette to be socialite, security, and... ooh, what do you think? Corporate, Shadowrunner, or academic? I might do corporate. At the same time, Shadowrunner might be good. Corporate didn't help me last time, but this is a new game. Corporate? Okay. Corporate, security, and socialite. We're gonna be POW again. Just because that's my life. Might as well continue the story of POW. The Halffield Manor, 2054, 1 hour east of Berlin. The estate grounds are silent, save for the faint whistling of the wind. Your team gathers near a side entrance to the old castle, hold fast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last. You know it for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first gunshot. Listen up, folks. Monica Schaffer, or Schaefer, I don't know. You ran back with her in the day, watched her get her first data jack. Now she's your team leader and a direct hot decker to boot. We're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files, and bolt. 10 minutes top to bottom. Trying to get home in time for a worm talk, love? Dietrich, shaman, the old man of the team. He smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in the moonlight. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. Maybe. How many times have I told you? You can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth. That trid trash will rot your brain. Excuse me. She grins. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light. A few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we're here. In my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. It's the wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Pow. Glory, razor-clawed street samurai. Sweet, I have a samurai on my team. Her voice is cold and neutral. Her expression placid. There may only be private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. You people need to relax. We're professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks into her wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face shimmers to the view screen. Eager, are you in position? The comlink crackles and the response comes back, low and soft, softer than you expect from a troll. Affirmative. The alarm lines have been cut. I have a clear line of fire to the estate's service entrance. When you exit the building, the path will be clear. Excellent. Thank you, Eager. Just doing my job. Eager out. Comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops her arm. See? We're professionals. All right, people. Enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vault, so we get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. You said quick twice. She grins. Room talk is on tonight. Glory raises an eyebrow slightly. I told you, it's educational. Okay. Let's pick up our gear. Grab a weapon. I want a shotgun. Grab my kit. Leave the van. Sweet. At least I have a trauma kit. Just making sure that there was nothing there. Let me know if the game's too quiet. I'll turn up the audio. Private museum. The owner of this estate must have money to burn. Slavic artifacts. Dinosaur skeleton. The vase in this case looks both very old and very valuable. A fine scrollwork of lapis and gold leaf decorates its exterior. The interior shimmers with the organic beauty of abalone shell. Your fixer could probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You can't help but notice that the glass encasing it look rather flimsy. I'm gonna come back for that later. I don't want to raise the alarm too soon. Let's go this way first. Oh, well, there's the enemy. I know how to do this. Oh, well, maybe not. It's different than last time. What's that? What's this? Oh, that's cool. I've got 2 AP. I can move here. I can shotgun blast. What is she? I don't know what that is. She's a samurai, so she's just gonna, not do what I want her to do. I messed that one up. He's a throwing knife person? I thought he was supposed to be a shaman. Ow. I was had enough of this. I guess I have to have all of that. Wow. Oh, that's AoE lightning. We don't want that. Ow. Talk about missing everything. Oh, there's a big dude. I was gonna move up. Monica's gonna move up. Kinda wanna see what this terminal is. Oh, I need my decker. I don't have a decker. Oof. That's a thing. Heal myself. Summon an air elemental. Air elemental's gonna shoot that guy. Sweet. Nice. Can I take two? Hey, Zam. Well, that's really good. Oh, and a miss. And he gets to not throw that. So he's gonna move here. I have a shotgunner this time. Except she's a shotgunner shaman. Because I can't help myself. I like the whole shaman thing. There we go. Felt pretty good with that. Thought I had a decker, but I guess I don't. Hey Monica, think you can crack this? The corner of her mouth lifts into a smirk. Step aside. Oh, and Pow, I gotta ask. We just started, so I have no clue. Is that display on your trade flashing 12 o'clock back at home? Monica doesn't even bother jacking to the terminal, and her cyberdeck remains slung over her shoulder. Her fingers flicker over the terminal's virtual keyboard. A moment later, a happy chime trips out of the security node speaker. Bingo, doors open, let's go. Okay then. Yeah. Take a moment here. We're gonna save. I wanna go through this door. Alright, let's jack in and see what I can do here with this. Okay. I like how those bars are different. It's much nicer. Definitely more user-friendly. Ooh. That's cool. I like how I can use deckers on my team now, which is nice. Last time I couldn't do that. So there was some information there. Okay. But I thought that there'd be an enemy in there somewhere. When I get there to summon that spirit, it's gonna be my spirit. It's gonna be amazing. And just let me know if you think the game volume is too low. I will turn it up. It is not possible to turn me down though. I have tried, and this is like the lowest my mic goes. I think that just means I talk loud. I didn't even see these dudes. Oh, I didn't even see that dude. How did I, like, not see that? Oh, that's my dude. Never mind. Oh, that's not good. Just summon that dude. Yeah. Awesome. That mage is just wrecking my face today. Oh, that was close. Scary business there. Oh, he's dead. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't want her to do that. Oh, whatever. That's great. Get our assassin in here. Or our samurai, or whatever they're called. I missed on that one. Oh, she died from the acid. Cool. Oh, that was lucky? Sweet. Who's kind of my medic? Someone's kind of my medic? Actually, don't know who my medic is. I kind of just using people to kill people. Oh no, I want to go get that thing. Oh, Claw Girl? Okay. I just really want this. Oh, I could have broken that open earlier, and now I can't. Well, that's disappointing. I chose to walk away. Man, I made a bad choice, I think. This doesn't have anything to do with, like, shamanic insect bug people, right? Can I, like, live without that? That's not a thing that's happening in this one. That's my hope. Because that was horrible. Ginger hides the door, then turns to Monica. That's a big freaking vault. Liebchen? Bigger than the one on the schematic. The schematic didn't have a date. Our client may have old intel. Still, our instructions were clear. The data we're looking for should be on the other side of this door. Monica combed the hand through her hair, parting it to reveal the black plastic beneath blah 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 blah. The black plastic sheath of her data jack. A quick jaunt in the matrix, a little digital hand waving, and I'll have this thing wide open. Be right back. A burst of static crackles through the tiny speakers on Monica's comlink. Eager, still in position outside the estate. Hold on, Monica. Who's in charge while you're jacked in? Monica rolls her eyes. Diedrich fixes his stare intently on the vault. Glory looks cold in distance, just as she always does. We've been through this before, Eager. You're not in KSK anymore, and the chain of command nonsense doesn't fly in the shadows. We don't need rules and regulations to guide us, the same principles that apply to the Flux state. Please spare me the lecture. Your politics have nothing to do with this. Best get used to it, Eager love. She sighs. Oh, Eager's a girl? I didn't know she was a girl. Look, it's a simple question. Years of experience tell me that it needs an answer. I agree with, no, I agree with Eager. Eager's right, Monica. We should have a second command, just in case. Monica stares at Hugh for a moment, clearly irritated. Then a twinkle appears in her eye again. She smiles at you and speaks into her comlink. Very well. We'll do this one Eager's way. While I'm jacked in, Pow is in charge. There's a pause, then Eager voice crackles out of the comlink again. Pow? Did I hear you right? You're putting the rookie in command? I'm no rookie, Eager. You know it. Monica cuts in, still smiling. You heard, though, what I said, Eager. This is ridiculous. I know that this is a joke to you, Monica, but I'm telling you. Eager? Monica's tone is still a business. Evidently, she has heard enough. Decision's made. You have your answer. Acknowledged. Without another word, Eager's image flickers and fades from Monica's communicator. Sorry about that. Eager can be inflexible. The legacy of a long military career. It's a legitimate concern. She hardly knows me. Monica's eyes narrow. There's a thin line between concern and insubordination. You let me know if she crosses it. Okay, enough chatter. Let's get this done. Monica turns towards the door, fingers poised on the controls of her cyberdeck, then glances back at you with a grin. See you on the other side. She then punches it, projecting her conscious into the cyberspace, her fingers harmonizing in the smooth rhythmic staccato that only an expert decker can achieve. Okay. Yep. Without a warning, Monica's back arched violently and her head jerks back, silencing her terrible screams. Muscle spasms ripple through her face and her jaw snaps shut, sending a mist of blood spraying between her teeth. You look down to see a nub of pink flesh hit the floor. Tip of her tongue. The room explodes into action. Glory leaps towards Monica, her hand outstretched to yank the cord from her data jack. Diedrich surges forward to wrap the team's fallen decker in a bear hug, holding her against the convulsions that rack her body. When Monica's unearthly screams still ring sharply in your head, you are the only one dimly aware that the door is slamming shut behind you. Help Glory pull the plug. While Glory holds Monica's head steady, you snatch the cord that connects Monica's data jack to her cyberdeck. Without a moment's hesitation, you give the solid yank, and the cord comes free. A wisp of oily blue smoke traces its way from her data jack to the ceiling. The commingled scents of charred meat and ooze fill the air. You've seen the effects of biofeedback before, but nothing like this. Suddenly, Monica's eyes flutter open. Muscle tremors continue to distort her face, and blood oozes between her lips. You see the muscles in her jaw tensing and look of concentration in her eyes. She's struggling to speak. Talk to me, Monica. What are you trying to say? Slowly, painfully, Monica wrestles her jaw open. The blood welled up in her mouth, comes pouring out in the Ugh, and a slick covering her. This is so gross. She expels a thick, guttural sound that might be a word. Satisfied, she closes her eyes and forces her mouth to make the shapes she needs. Fear. With an effort, Monica opens her eyes again and meets yours. You see pain and fear in her gaze, and something else. Hope? Oh. You're so... Yeah, not helping, not trying that one. A sudden spasm jerks Monica's head back again. She grunts, then her chin drops to her chest, and her head lolls to one side. Her eyes fix on an object in the next room, a computer terminal. The soft light of a cursor blinks on its recessed screen. Slowly she attempts to speak again, but the only sound that emerges is a long, strangled croak. A look of resignation washes over Monica's face, and she stops fighting. Her gore-slick jaw goes slack, and then she dies. Well, that's not keeping the team alive, guys. Monica knows, can't be happening. We've got hostiles. This isn't a data vault. We need to get out of here fast. I kick her. I have no more summons. I'll just acid splash him. There we go. Activate the terminal. MCPOS Building Maintenance Software version 1.01. Command line interface. Internal memory checklist invalid. Pow, 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 pow. The terminal's printing your name out over and over again, pow. You better get over here. Well, that's a cool way of doing that. Well, that's the wrong person. I did it again. Well, I just have to end the turn. There we go. And then it says pow. Dietrich scans the room nervously. They've sealed the door behind us. We've got to find another way out. What are we gonna do? Monica was trying to tell me something about this terminal. It must be important. Well, any ideas? Something tells me we're going to have company soon. I don't know yet. Watch my back while I figure this out. Text continues to scroll down the terminal screen. A problem has been detected with a core component of MCPOS. Restore MCPPOS blah to factory default settings? Y or N. Warning, restore process will take several minutes to execute. Connected doors and peripherals will be disarmed when complete. Hit the Y key. Processing request 0% complete. As you watch the number of the screen slowly begin to climb, this is going to take a while. Glance down to the second screen to see the facility on high alert. In place of a simple data vault, it seems you've stumbled upon some kind of massive underground complex. A map of the holdfast grounds indicates the security forces are en route from multiple angles. The doors currently being rebooted by the system's restore process are flashing a dull red. If you are reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the holdfast old servants' court entrance on the western side of the building. At that moment, Eager's image winks onto your comlink with a crackling sound. The image is grainy, flickering in and out. What's going down there, rookie? Tell me. Monica's down. Eager, the vault was a setup. What? I'm sorry, Eager, we couldn't save her. Now we have to go out of here. Look for an old servant's entrance to the west of the main grounds. We'll rendezvous with you there. Eager's silence is thick, but when she finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts out without another word. Glory turns to face you, her movement smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the play, pal? Our escape route will open in a minute. We'll hold tight until then. By hold tight, you mean sit here and fry anyone who comes to the door, don't you? Pretty much, yeah. Dietrich's pained expression twists into a mask of hate. His hands begin to glow with primal energy. I can do that. Good, now let's find some cover and wait for the door locks to disarm. Which direction? I need to go there. Okay. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna move her here. I'll move him here. And I don't have Overwatch yet. There we go. What's that? That's a drone, isn't it? Cool. I missed. Oh, seriously? Okay, he has to get healed, and we gotta get... There we go. Yeah, I don't know how she uses it with her Edward Six Hands. Totally agree, man. I don't want to play that. The figure loping towards you is big, even for an orc. The majority of his body is sheathed in a suit of heavy, overlapping plates. You can see his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched right over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. Well, I would too. Security captain. Alright friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking, steal a vase or two from the museum, no harm. Maybe I'd let you scamper away into the night. Now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. The gaping maw of the minigun jerks upward, an impatient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. It's military-grade armor he's wearing, POW, hardened against small arms fire. We'll have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about the armor than I am about the minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. You have 3 seconds before I open the hose. Step out of here and surrender, and I'll promise I'll make this easy. Who are you, and can we talk about this? No. The orc's gauntlet fist tightens, and you hear the distinctive whir of the Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed up. The barrels begin to blur as he wheels the weapon to face you. Oh, we're gonna die. Sweet. Ouch. Ouch. Let's hope she doesn't get hit. No, not that security captain. I don't need that guy in my face. We're gonna move over here. You're gonna heal her. And you're gonna shoot him. And you're gonna throw a thing at him. And I think you're gonna just move over here. Oh, for cereals. Pa says no. Pa has bear. Pa run away now. Glory also wants to run away. No! I wish there was an undo button, by the by. The door unlocks with a loud click. The escape route is clear. Door open. Out we go. I think I got everybody out, man. Yeah. Got everyone out. Eager raises from his corpse-stone perch at the approach. From the look on her face, it's obvious she's already seized the situation. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. The run was a trap. Oh, it was it? Eager grits her teeth and shakes her head. We talk about this later. For now, we've got to get out of here. It's only a matter of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. She slaps the side of the van. Pile in, people, and pow. When we get back to Hutzbazar, oh, I don't know these words. We're gonna have a little talk. Like, should have stole that vase, man. Thank you. It's one of those that I was like, maybe I can do this. Maybe it works out well. Maybe it doesn't. You never really know. Let's get inside. Actually, before I talk to him. Oh. You step inside and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. The man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? This is Paul Amsel. He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, then glinting off the still-rimmed glasses. Cruise Bazaar, thank you. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal-maker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweeping across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stare, Igor's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling, how'd she? His face is gone ashen, he swallows, takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How'd it happen? The run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she was on the ground screaming. I've seen Monica hit black IC before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her motions robotic and spare. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Igor thrusts a gloved hand into your chest, and this idiot stood by and let it happen. Ignore it. Let it happen. She jacked in, she screamed, she seized. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contraction, microtremors are good indicators of a Decker in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those? No, if you'd had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Igor. We were all on lookout for physical security, Pow included. Throwing her under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus exactly where she belongs. Igor turns to face Diedrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Diedrich. You know that. You don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? She was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. But do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Igor turns her focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you would have figured all of this out on your own by now. You've known that Monica needed watching as much as the door. Enough, Igor. Emsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Igor pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds pass between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4 or 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? How dare you? You don't have to answer that, of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all of your... That is enough. Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Igor, you and Pau can have it out later, but I've had enough. You need to take action. Our client sent you into something bigger than he led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason we need to find him. We saw something there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume we're still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temple. Agreed, and to neutralize that danger, we need to know what we're dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Monica lived long enough to say that name. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel was taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The fire wing? That is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Lori raises an eyebrow. The fire wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. He glances at Glory. You're far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name that is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guiled. The dragon was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Ansel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There's a haunted look in his eyes. Those were the dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes, by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation, and no end in sight. It was horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the fire wing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair? This is going to be a struggle one, guys. Well, with the help of Luftwaffe. Of course. But as an experimental weapon designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide, she fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of SOX. That event was called the Dragonfall. Oh, look. Name wrapping. Or like name dropping, whatever. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero over our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall wasn't as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of awakening were traumatic, Igor, not just on a national level, but a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of Dragonfall, the new active use of magic had returned to the world. a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, it is any surprise that Dr. Vluclair and Firewing were forgotten. Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Firewing is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Eager sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas to why? Am's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Firewing has been dead and gone for 42 years. There's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. I will look into this, and I'll find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? The state was a front for whatever was going on in the basement. That as much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. The facility took serious funds to build. And time. There's more to it than what we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? After everything went bad, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. That is not much to go on. Any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy for me, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, they may be medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you know anything else during the run that may be of value? That's all we got. That's not much. Amsel nods, his face drawn and haggard. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten world event. You haven't said anything about our client yet, Paul. You're holding out on us? Amsel shakes his head wearily. No, pal, I'm not holding out. I'm tired and frustrated, and I already miss Monica. He takes a moment. I did not think to mention our repeller because I did not set up the job. Monica did. His face reddens. I warned her. I told her not to take this run, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-State political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. I know the vase. I'm so mad that I left the vase. I was like, I can break the vase. Nah, I'll leave that. I'll get that later. Ugh. Monica would do anything for her cause. Anything for the Flux State, he sighs. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the stability of the Flux. And that's all it took. It sounds like Green Winters is our best lead. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he'd led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gone rabbit. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on him. There's a man in the Cruise Bazaar, a Turk named... Oh, okay. A Turk named Altug Barakazi? Something. He owns a little soy calf shop down the way called Cafe Sizvev. This man is a purveyor of information. I've done business with him from time to time. And what do you think he would know something about Green Winters? Amsel nods. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. Let's go meet with the guy. Yes, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can do. Wow. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already. Sparse though it may be. Oh my gosh. I got my butt kicked there. Like, not even fair. So many difficult words. Spend some karma! Sweet. I just want to get some good karma in the, not karma, but, some good points into shotgunning. Glory is beautiful in a wayfish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy loadout of cyberware from head to toe. She looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bones. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Glory's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. How? Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is still cool and placid. Can I help you? Without shifting your attention away from Glory, you allow your consciousness to slip into the astral plane. As your eye opens, hidden world around you. You feel the familiar tingle of dormant senses awakening. The room that you're standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature. My life is expansive gray, ugly, and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into swirling colors of chaos of scintillating colors. As the astral plane shimmers in view, you focus on Glory. You can still see her with her corporeal view, her delicate frame, the bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway looks in her eyes. But laid over the top of her physical body, there's a slight shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has done a number on her. Whatever she may have been before she went under the knife, or is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in, a cold, dead thing, mockingly sculpted into a facsimile of life. Somewhere within the mutilated aura, a shred of humanity awaits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly her body language changed. The look on her face is somewhere between suspicion and alarm. I got something in my teeth? You're staring. With an aura this shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Got a lot underneath the surface. I imagine as we all do, include herself, and yet you don't find me gawking at you. As Glory speaks, you continue to focus, shifting through the void left by her vintage chrome to find tatters of original essence. Finally, you catch a glimpse of color, a flash of her true self, and behind it something else. In a reflexive panic, your third eye slams shut. The hidden world of the astral plane disappears from view, but an after-image of what you saw remains, twisting in your mind. Glory, or what it was, Glory is, or was, magically active. The shred of her essence that flitted past your vision left you sure of it. What's more, you'd wager that she had real power once, terrifying power, the sort that you can only guess at. All of this was surprising, but it was what you saw behind her aura that chilled you to your core. There's something connected to Glory's essence, a metaphysical tether stitched into the fabric of her soul, and it reminded you of a leash. You can't say for sure what was holding the other end, but whatever it was enormous and ancient and cruel. You can't shake the feeling that, as you looked into it, it stared back at you. Trembling to find yourself back in the mundane world, Glory is staring at you, her neutral expression ever so slightly tinged with annoyance. A personal question. I'm not big on sharing sport, personal reasons. You understand, I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she's not interested in continuing this conversation. Yeah. If you ever want to talk, we're gonna talk. We're gonna get Eager over with because she's a butt. She glares at you, and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly blames you for Monica's death. Something can do for you, fearless leader. You're wrong, and I tend to prove that to you. She stares at you for a moment, then looks away. Best of luck, pal. Now please, leave me alone. Cool beans. Let's play with the doggy. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh no, Dante. Eager shakes his head. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. At sight of Monica's dog, Amzel's eyes well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago, turned into a full-blown howl. Won't stop, kept. He closes his eyes. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Looking down into the huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Give him some jerky. Dante takes the treat in his mouth, but it's clear he has no appetite for it, and the jerky just drops to the floor. He leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, pal. Yeah, I love doggies. Amzel takes a ragged breath and releases it. Then a slow Melancholy smile across his face. Plays across his face. Or perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Olteg. Mine Fruden. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Winters. Looking at the bottom of this. He stares at the floor. Now I think we should all take a moment. His lip tightens. For Monica. Kind of like the first playthrough. I took a little bit at the beginning to like talk to everybody. He turns his head as you approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see before today is the shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there is an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Ah, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. Yeah, I don't drink, but I'll join you in saluting her memory. He shrugs. Fair enough to Monica. He takes a long pull in the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, pal. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I have my reasons. Such as, come on boss, I'm trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think I deserve to know that much. Member of my old crew betrayed me. Isn't that bad? I can handle all sorts of things, but betrayal always makes me see red. Yeah, I know the feeling. I try to make him answer for it. No. I like this one. There's extenuating circumstances. If he didn't do what he did, his family would have paid the price. That's rough, but still on him. Not you. He should have been more careful. What did you do? What could I do? I faked my own death. It was the only way to save his family's lives. Wouldn't have been my choice, but good on you, I suppose. All the same, pal. Saints don't tend to last very long in this line of work. Trust me, I've watched enough of them buy it to know it. Okay, so you faked your own death, bailed on the rest of your team, and made your way here to Berlin. Dietrich takes another pull in the bottle. Am I getting that right? More or less. Ah, yes, Monica. Dietrich raises his bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After a moment he's passed, he returns to his attention. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It's all coming back to our girl, doesn't it? Let me ask you. Just what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. Are you always this inquisitive? Yeah, I suppose. My life's an open book, so I guess I just sort of figure that everyone else's will be too. So how about it? Want to fill me in? We were friends. Right with you there, and privileged to say so. She was one of the best women I'd ever known. Anyway, I'm taking enough of your time, and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Dietrich takes a final pull in the bottle and then tips it forward, pouring the rest to the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. Off we go. Come on, doggy. Let's look around the street. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His giant mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs. Along with a crutch under his arm, his body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. I should hope so. One of Monica's runners, then, is it? A few others wield an ego that big. There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run? How'd you know? It was written all over your face. I had a feeling. Besides, Monica almost always comes around here after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you're in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. I'm afraid she's gone. A grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Oh, that is a shame. That is a shame. She was a great runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Pal. Good to meet you, Pal. My name's Aleski Lane. What's your place in Cruz Bazaar? No place, really. Just an old relic rusting away. Ooh. Talk to Samuel. I just want to, just look around real quick. There's Slimy. No, Simmy. Oh, this place is huge compared to Seattle. Pick up the phone booth? An old obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Monotone pitch adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. Oh. This word is going to be difficult. The Shukwellen writers, I don't know, for this kinds is no more. Pow is listed as a follow-up contact. This is the only secure line to this kinds. Please listen to the following instruction carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it to the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. Hang up the receiver. Cool. A bizarre monument towers before you. Atop the pedestal, the form of an angel stands. Its outstretched wings loom over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artists that welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? This is a tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and a parody of the statue redestroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history trids as the Sigasal or Goldus. We're gonna just step away. I don't have time to try and figure out how to pronounce any of these words. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp, and the waif is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. Mother Superior says she'll be 7. There will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. 7 what? The captain's children. Mother Superior says there are 7. She says, I'm going to be the governess to the children. You notice a chipjack poking out from beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of BTL virtual constructs. And you might need to go back to him. Look, do you know Monica? Monica? Is she one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me. Brings me food and tea to drink. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean the information for you. She died? I'm sorry, she did. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then begins mumbling to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack. Sounds familiar. Captain Von Tripp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife and the children and their mother. Okay. Let's step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Feel a bit bad for her. Don't need the cyber clinic. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it's seen stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. And then he speaks to you. His voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freunden. You're here for some magic because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. I might be interested. Zach cocks his head and offers a lopsided grin. Well then, I might be able to help you. He begins to twist a strand of his long, stringy hair around one of his spidery fingers. His smile remains fixed, a pearly crescent set into a face caked with grime. What have you got? A little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro, and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans forward towards you and lowers his voice to a constrictural whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. I've changed my mind. So I thought, he meant magic as in, like, spells. Casty. Not drugs. I don't want drugs. I don't take drugs. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Taven Baxdale elf? I don't know what these words are. You're here to conduct some business. If so, I welcome you to arms and ammunition. If not, keep on walking. I'm here to buy. Tell me about it. With weapons from all across Europe, Ars, Seska, Fichetti, you name it. If you can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metbach Arms. Let's do some business. I mean, I don't need anything. But cool. Oh wait, yeah I do. I take that back. Outfits. I don't need that type of outfit. Scantily clad girl. We're gonna walk past her. We're gonna talk to Samuel, and then we're gonna go inside the thingy we're supposed to go inside to. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, elf. Can I help you with something? I couldn't help overhear your conversation. I take it that you run a charity of some sorts? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but it's what we can do. Such as? He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. Past several years, I've established a shelter where the disposed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and the library for the people of Cruz Bazaar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. That is true. He nods to the other orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got up 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all over the cruise bar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and do all of the hundreds of other little things the community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here was value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you a good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters. Orcs and trolls, do you accept anything else? Taking a rather new view of what we do, yes, it is true that my assistants are all the members of the goblinoid races. It is true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. This is not because they were bad people. This is because those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of Cruz Bazaar deserve a workplace where they will be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We wouldn't turn a desperate person away, regardless of the person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? It is. I agree that what you're doing, you're feeling a vital need in the community. He nods slightly. Thank you for saying that. Now, is there something else? Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, truth be told. People seem more intent on taking care of themselves than they are on providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so do the crime rates. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls for the shelter are not insulated. The new blankets would go a long way towards keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 yen, we could make that purchase. Whatever you could spare. Have 250. His eyes widen. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, mean Freuden. Not a deal, Sam. Too good with it. With this donation, we have reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I'll put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Not a problem. Please do not downplay your contribution. We shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal. Not at the moment. Okay, cool. Let's leave. Sweet. I feel good about the donation. Let's talk to the little dude, and we'll go here. Little chick. Take it back. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with a practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare of a dozen trivid screens. Excuse me. I did not sleep well last night. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Not doing that. Welcome to Data Haven. Can I help you with something? I don't need anything. I'm a magic user. The city is so big. I want to check here real quick. Absinthe. Hey! I know that dude. It's Algernon. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello, and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. Oh, lovely. I don't have the willpower. As she smiles at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Look deeper into her eyes. I can't, like, do anything. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels like you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. I mean, if I can't stop it. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to the consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, an expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands behind him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault, my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional. Yes, but there was no harm done. Correct? You'll be fine? No harm done. Greetings, young elf.